Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Entrepreneur TV Middle East. With me is the beautiful Hessa. She is the AI and Innovation Lead at the Dubai Medical University. It's an absolute pleasure having you here, and I'm even more excited to actually speak about cool topics such as how is tech involved in medicine and health. So thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing? All good?
Very well. This is the second day of our exhibition, the second day of the festival. We're so excited. So many informative sessions as well. It's amazing so
I
far.
can imagine. It's literally the place where everyone gathers together to exchange those ideas, speak about AI.
Exactly.
But I feel like you guys are actually making some crazy changes and have a huge responsibility as well. So tell me a little bit about all the projects you're working on in the uni.
So we come from Dubai Medical University. We have developed and launched two projects in this festival. First one being Dr. Layla. So Dr. Layla is the first natural expert in natural medicine in the world that is situated in our greenhouse. So in our greenhouse, the students have the opportunity, the medical students that we have, they have the opportunity to be able to learn about natural remedies, alternative medicine, and the natural ways to treat people rather than just focus on the traditional medical knowledge that they are used to. So instead of going and just depending on the textbook that they have, they'll have more of hands-on application empowered with AI, using them as a teaching tool. This is what we're doing so far.
Amazing. And do you think that it's something that continues as well after they leave university? AI is getting more and more integrated in healthcare, right?
So now AI used to be a thing of the future.
Yeah.
Something that you see in Marvel movies.
Yeah.
It's not something that's like, whoa, this is actually reality, this is happening. So when the great students will graduate, we don't want them just, as I said, medical knowledge. We want to give them as many opportunities as possible to flourish when they will be in their future roles and their future jobs.
Right.
And AI being something that is the hype right now, this is the thing right now, they need to know how to use the technology more efficiently.
100%.
So-
Beautiful. Now, you did mention this AI hype or not. You've picked the hot takes and controversial topics for your question set. Are you ready for it?
Yes. Go ahead.
Perfect. So, question number one. Is AI more hype or a substance, in your opinion?
In the very beginning, people would have said, yes, it is a hype. To me, I see it as like the big wave of the internet. Back when in the 90s, when the internet has started to slowly come in, people were like, no, let's depend on paper and pencil. This is what we know. This is our tradition and everything.
They
Now-
fear it. They don't know it.
Exactly. But now in 2025, who does not have internet?
Yeah.
Everything is smart, everything IoT, all the internet of things, everything. It's like within our ecosystem at this point.
Right.
So I believe that AI is the second wave that is coming. The first wave was the internet, the second wave is artificial intelligence. I see that this is not going to be the hype that's going to die out in a few years. This is going to be something that will be
Reality.
built upon and
Yeah.
upgraded and everything.
We're going to be living with it, and it's going to be our partner in crime.
Wow.
Up next, who's winning the AI race? Do you think it's startups or is it big tech?
In my humble opinion, I feel like the most innovation that is coming out is from the startups. They are not bound like big techs sometimes, regardless of how much money and how much things
Just
that they have.
regulation. there's
Regulations, their
bureaucracy.
reputation, like suddenly if we go and like without mentioning any names, a gas company cannot suddenly create a healthcare app of
Yeah.
our AI. You know, we have these like boxes that they cannot like exceed their big tech name. But with startups, the boundaries of innovation is endless.
Yeah. Sky's
So
the
they would win.
The sky's the limit. Tell me, what do you think is the most overrated AI tool?
Can I be a little controversial?
Go for it.
ChatGPT,
Completely overrated in your opinion?
completely over. It's not
I kind of
completely
agree with you
overrated.
though. I kind of agree.
I don't think that's overrated. I feel like it shouldn't be the only name that people think of when
we
they
say
think
AI.
of AI.
Yeah.
It's not the only. Like there are so many tools I could recommend right now, but there are so many that could be utilized. Don't just think of like people who think of like internet as social media,
Yeah.
but internet is endless amount of stuff. They
Yeah.
shouldn't box themselves. I still use ChatGPT even though I think it's overrated, but you shouldn't box yourself at
Yeah.
all.
My parents the other day, they came home, they're like, Mina, there's this something so much cooler than ChatGPT, and I forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, well, my parents were literally, like 30 years older than me. They already know about all the different tools that are not ChatGPT, but something else. So I agree with you. It's amazing that our generations are learning. And they knew it before me, so I was like a bit weirded out about it.
Oh my.
Up next, we have, should all founders integrate AI or only if it really fits?
I believe that all founders, not just founders per se, but people should start integrating it in their lives. but not in the terms of like this is what people are afraid of, that oh it's gonna take over our lives, oh it's gonna make me, sorry for the word, stupider. Like I will lose these skills that I have because I depend so much on AI. But I feel like it's actually here to optimize your work rather than just focusing on founders. Is for everybody else. This is the nice thing about AI. It's not just for people who know tech. It is for everybody.
But you know why they fear it? I feel like they fear it because they don't know much about it.
That is
And
always
we
the
need
case.
to bridge that education gap, you know, it's huge. The less you know, the more you fear it, right?
Exactly.
Up next, is prompt engineering the new coding, in your opinion?
Yes.
100%.
Not that. It's the nice thing about AI and the way that AI came to is that it didn't depend on your knowledge of coding to start. This is the nice part. It is like a mom holding the hand of a child walking down the street. It's an accessible way to enter this technology. So yes, prompt engineering as a start, yes, it could be more efficient than coding.
Will AI take more jobs than it creates? And this is the $1,000,000 question everyone's
I feel like
talking
yes,
about.
it does take jobs, but not more than create jobs. Like there are some jobs, even before the internet, they were like meaningless now when you think about it, but it was so significant back then.
Right.
So I feel like people should adapt more to the changes and not worry about the negative rather than focus on the many positives that will come with AI.
And you're enhancing it, you're not exchanging it.
Correct.
Last question for you, love. Should AI be regulated or will it kill innovation?
I feel like everything that is around it should be regulated.
Okay.
Real, like especially
We need
because this is-
guidelines.
exactly. Especially now, AI is still new. We're still going through the waves of wow, amazing, but there's still not a lot of regulations that are being put in place.
Right.
So I feel like yes, it should be regulated.
Communities need guidelines at the end of the day. It's impossible for it to just go out of hand. Hessa, absolute pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you so much.
I wish you the best of luck
Thank you so much.
and hope to see you again very soon.
Thank you.
Shukran.
Thank you.